Now it's time to reveal the year of the event, 2024. In the previous videos, we covered all the main scenes and characters in the I, Pet, Goat II video. We revealed the location and the date of the event, November 9th, and even the nature of the event. However, we didn't specify the year the video is pointing to. So, if this is your first video here, please stop and watch the other videos to understand what we are about to reveal. Now, let's watch the most important scene in the I, Pet, Goat II video. Before we delve into dissecting this scene, let's rewind a tad to the outset of the classroom setting. We've previously established that this scene unfolds around the onset of November and the US presidential election. Now, upon closer examination, we observe these characters fixated on Bush's dancing. It's crucial to bear this observation in mind. We'll revisit it shortly. Now let's commence. A girl, clutching an apple, is encircled by 12 characters. Then, the girl inadvertently drops the apple, which rolls towards Obama's feet and touches his shoes. A coin, the outline of the letter C, and the figure 7 are discernible. And then, the event unfolds, symbolized by the apple splitting. For more intricate details, please refer to the initial video. The illustration before us is a moon calendar for the year 2024, and by end of this video, denying its significance may prove exceedingly difficult, if not impossible. Let's commence with Obama's shoes. As the president, Obama epitomizes America. Gazing downwards towards his feet metaphorically signifies peering towards the southernmost extremity of the American continent. Returning to the girl and the apple, it's evidently a portrayal of an eclipse, albeit not just any eclipse, an annular eclipse with the characteristic ring of fire, depicted by a radiant golden circle. Regarding the girl's appearance, many liken it to Alice's character from Alice in Wonderland, particularly with the bunny adorning the backdrop. However, this is a red herring. The giveaway to the girl's identity lies in the flower, symbolizing Hawaii. The trajectory from Hawaii to the Falkland Islands mirrors precisely the path of the annual eclipse, even down to its duration, symbolized by 6 rolls. A quick note before we continue: the bunny on the background is a media Easter egg. It's used in films as a hidden message in a scene or a picture. In this case, the hidden message is the timing of the event. Taking a step back, let's look at the big picture. This is a lunar calendar for the year 2024, a 6-month calendar for the second half of the year, from June 21st through December 30. Full moons and new moons represent these 6 months. To differentiate between full moons and new moons, they place the full moons in front, with their bodies apparent, reflecting the actual full moon in reality. It's big and clear in the middle of the night sky. The new moons were placed in the back, with their bodies hidden, just the head left apparent, precisely as the natural new moons, where the moon's body is hidden and can't be seen or located in the sky. Someone may ask, if this is the case, then why is October's new moon in the front, represented by the girl? She should be behind, like the other new moons. The answer is, even though the 2nd of October is a new moon, they put it in front with the full body apparent, represented by the girl, because it's a solar eclipse, and the body of the new moon will be apparent and encircled by the sun contours or the ring of fire. So the solar eclipse reveals the moon and its location in the sky. That's why they made an exception for the girl and placed her in the front. The amount of detail that went into creating this calendar is fascinating. For example, the barbed wire. The video shows the barbed wire zigzagging or alternating between the characters or the moons. It represents the motion or orbit of the moon around the sun, as you can see. Choosing the barb is to show that the moon is stuck in this orbit and can't get away, in a sense. Now, let's look at each character and the month moon it represents. The first full moon character is lying on his belly, different from all the rest, who either sit on a chair or on the floor. The second characteristic is the yin-yang symbol. The first full moon fell on the summer solstice in the year 2024, June 21st, hence the yin-yang symbol. With a bit of modification, it's not symmetric. Light and darkness are not equal. One is bigger than the other. And this reflects the summer solstice, the longest day of the year and the shortest night of the year. It's in a unique position compared to all the others because it's without a companion, a new moon like the others. All the rest are pairs of full and new moons for each month. The second full moon is in July, known as the buck full moon. The third full moon is in August, a blue moon, hence the blue color. They put them together in a row to emphasize the idea of a third full moon in a season. Even the position is kind of leaning toward them to be with them in the same season. On the back is its pair, August's new moon. It even has a mirror-curved line, the same line as the full moon. Then we move to the September full moon, a partial lunar eclipse. They depict this with the faint reddish color and the small crayon scratch. For example, if we were going to draw a total lunar eclipse, we would color the whole surface or cover the entire surface. But for a partial lunar eclipse, we won't color the entire surface, just partially. It's a clever way to depict a partial lunar eclipse. Then October's new moon, as we explained, is an annular solar eclipse. Next to her is October's full moon, then November's new moon and its pair, November's full moon, which is November 1st and November 15th consecutively, then December's moons. We notice a strange placement, different from all the other months in the scene. December has 2 new moons attached, reflecting exactly December of the year 2024. 2024 has 2 new moons, hence the attachment. And we can see in front, their pair, December's full moon. Notice the X sign. It's reinforcing that this is December month. As we know, December's name is derived from the Latin word decem, meaning 10, because it was originally the 10th month of the year in the calendar of Romulus c. 750 BC. And we know the X in the Roman numeral is 10. This is, without a doubt, 2024 year. Now, there is a subtle clue hidden in December's full moon. If we look closely at mid-December full moon, we notice the iconic moon footprint. The astronaut seems disappointed or sad. The creator of the video is referring to Apollo 17. Mid-December was the last time a human ever stepped foot on the moon, so they depicted this as a sad astronaut. I could be mistaken, but no other year has the US presidential election and the summer solstice falling on the full moon. A solar annular eclipse with this specific path: September full moon, a lunar partial eclipse, December with 2 new moons, blue moon in August, and more. These are too many characteristics to happen all together in a single year. Now let's go back to the first scene we talked about. Here we can see it's November's new and full moon and December's moon too. The time of the event was hidden in this view, in plain sight. From the start of the classroom scene. Now let's talk about Obama's gesture. His first appearance represents the outcome or the result of the presidential election on the 5th of November, 2024. He appeared in an innocent or ignoring way or body shape. He was looking away, his little finger on his cheek. Then he winks and starts laughing hysterically. This scene was crafted to reflect what Obama is famous for during his presidential election, his birth certificate controversy. The creator of the video wants to hint that Obama, after the election and winning, winked at the Hawaiian Authority represented by the girl, thanked them for helping him prove his citizenship and win the presidential election, and started laughing hard that he tricked everyone and succeeded. Watch his position mimicking the August moons, which, again, was his birthday month. And the new moon was right on his birthday, August 4th. Each scene, movement, and detail was deliberate, and nothing is random in this masterpiece. Now, we will talk about the letter C and the number 7. From the scene, we know that the event happened next to them, represented by the apple split. For those who are watching this channel for the first time, please see the first video for more details about the event. As we have seen before, the date of the event is 9/11, or November 9th. This whole scene is all about the moon calendar, the movement of the moon in front of the sun that causes the eclipse to this point, where we see the letter C and the number 7. It's the moon phase on the date of the event, a half moon on the 7th day of the lunar month, represented by a half circle. As simple as that. We are not done yet. There is one more thing. We mentioned earlier that the bunny represents the Easter egg media, with all the moon shapes like eggs. It's hard to find the hidden secret. And as we discussed before, the secret in this lunar calendar is the date of the event. Let's go back a few seconds. Here is the November half moon. It was there from the beginning. Even the bunny is staring at it the whole time. We can also see a flower from this angle with the 3 full moons. It's a lotus, and it represents the summer season, which has a blue moon or 3 full moons together. In this scene, they hint to the election day of this year 2024, which will be on November 5th. This lull has double meaning, laughing out loud, representing Obama, and when it eclipses the word love, it represents 101 days, which is the duration from the election day of 2024 to Valentine's Day. If I have your full attention now, please consider subscribing. As this channel expands, I will allocate more time to sharing valuable information